So let's talk about evil, its existence, its nature, and its power. And then at the end, I'm going to tie that all in with one of the big issues that I take with the new Rings of Power show. So let's get into it. Tolkien was a devout Catholic until the day he died, and that's going to serve as the connection that we have to this channel. I am the amateur of amateurs among Catholic apologists, and here I am dipping my toes into film criticism, but I think it serves as an important lesson, which is why I'm here doing this today. One of the main themes of many of Tolkien's stories is the struggle of good against evil. So let's talk about the existence of evil. I'm willing to bet that everyone watching this video, without exception, has experienced evil in some shape or form in their lifetime. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time debating whether or not evil exists. However, the existence of evil is slightly nuanced in that, yes, it is real, but it's not real in the same way that good is real. Let's elaborate on that a little bit. Tolkien, being Catholic, would have understood all existence to be created by an all-good God. Therefore, everything that's created is originally, at least, ontologically good. Evil would be the corruption of that. Let's bring a visual example into this. I did the most Hobbit thing ever, and I dipped into my garden. So here I have a good tomato. See, it's all nice and pretty and red and brown. And in this one, I have a rotten tomato. You can see it looks like it burst and started decaying, and you can see that it's collapsing a little bit, and it's just not good. However, you can see that it's still got some of the good tomato left. I think it started leaking on my hand. It's good. And that's a great segue into saying that despite it being rotten, it's still at its core good. Back to Tolkien, Gollum was a lot like the rotten tomato there. Yes, he was thoroughly corrupted by the ring, twisted and malformed, but at his core, he was still good. And even whenever in a fit of rage, he was still instrumental in bringing about the destruction of the ring, the ultimate destruction of the ring. So even whenever he was at his worst, it was still ultimately for the good. Now let's talk pure evil versus pure good. Pure good definitely exists. For the sake of these purposes, let's say this tomato's perfect. It's completely good. It's, everything is right with it. But what would pure evil look like? It would look like a completely rotten tomato. It completely consumed it. It completely destroyed it. However, if it's been completely destroyed, it's gone. And if it's gone, if what's good is gone, then the evil is also gone. Evil is very parasitic in that way, in that in order for it to win, it has to kill the host. But when the host dies, so does the parasite. So there's no such thing as pure evil. Kyle, we're over 3 minutes in, and you are droning on about tomatoes. What is your point? Great question, you perceptive and handsome viewer. Where this is going is that in the first episode of The Rings of Power, Galadriel and her older brother are having a conversation, and she's basically asking that sometimes darkness looks like light, so how can she really tell the difference? And he whispers something into her ear, and we don't know what he tells her until the very end of the episode, at the very climactic end, and we find out that the wonderful sage wisdom that he gives her is: sometimes we cannot know until we have touched the darkness. And I say that that's complete nonsense. Going back to my tomato example, you don't need to understand what a rotten tomato is to identify a good tomato is. In the study of identifying counterfeits, they don't teach you the myriad of ways of methods of counterfeiting. They teach you how to identify the true dollar or hockey jersey or whatever it is. That's the best way to identify the fakes, is by learning all the details of the real one. This seems to indicate that they're operating with the conventional Taoist wisdom of that good and evil are two sides of the same coin, equal forces. Now, there may be times where evil appears to be equal to good, if not more powerful than good. But that's just simply not the case. Evil never lasts, as we've already determined with our rotten tomato example. If the tomato is completely consumed by the rot, then the rot is gone as well. If the good triumphs, you still have the whole. Kyle, you're being nitpicky. Just shut up and enjoy the show. Am I being nitpicky? I mean, honestly, probably. But that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Fantasy and fairy tales often serve as a vehicle to teach lessons, to teach morals. And if the foundation of this one is already crooked, then I don't really care what the moral or lesson it's trying to teach. And it's for that reason that I'm not going to support it. Hey, if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe, etc. All those things truly do help the channel. And as always, thank you so much for your time, and God bless.